Broadway Bullet exclusive.
This album we've been talking about, Timeline, originally was going to be in chronological order. It's not quite that, but one of the first songs I ever wrote when I moved to Nashville from Lexington, Kentucky was a song with a friend of mine named Jim Rushing, whose wife just left him, took his wife and took her and her two kids and went off to join the ashram up in the Northwest somewhere. And, he didn't know whether to laugh or cry at this point, but we wrote this song, which is kind of therapeutic, I would think. I had it included. I think it's the last song on my album. So. She talked about consciousness constantly and how she'd like to raise mine. She worked up my chart in astrology. She found I was one of a kind. She introduced me and then she seduced me, and I found myself deeply involved in a most highly respectable, deep intellectual, sexual, social, free for all. It was yoga and yogurt for breakfast, and then off to macrame. She fed me a lunch of enlightenment over veggies and rice, curds and whey, and then in the PM we did our TM on a blanket out in the hall. A most highly respectable, deep intellectual, sexual, social, free for all. Sandals and candles and co-ops were all new to me, but I developed a taste for red zinger tea. Her journal was gone from the nightstand, her bike from the foot of the bed. She left me a note in the aloe plant. I opened it up and read, "Hey, you're really neat, but I'm off on retreat, and I'll see you this coming fall for a highly respectable, deep intellectual, sexual, social, free for all." A most highly respectable, deep intellectual, sexual, social, free for all.